Welcome to the Modern Noob. We are going to play some Soul Sisters. Still testing a couple of cards here. We are testing Path of Bravery, Imposing Sovereign, and that's about it. We're down to 2 path. Shouldn't I really have path in the sideboard? I have a pretty elaborate sideboard plan at this point. I played 29 matches, 29, 69 win percentage. It's pretty decent. Let's run the test list once again here, but the first change I would make then is possibly cutting the Imposing Sovereign and bringing in the Path. I think Path to Exile is not as good as you think. It seldom decides anything. I don't need it against Jund because I win against Jund most of the time. Though I wonder if I need Imposing Sovereign either. Maybe a 4th Ranger of Eos. He is hard to resolve with 21 lands. Some lists cut the Martyr of Sands. Some lists cut an Honor of the Pure. I like to test Path of Bravery further, but I'm not impressed with the Sovereign. I used to run Blind Obedience, but I was more impressed Blind Obedience. But I was more impressed with the Extort that gave this deck some reach, because this deck often have difficulty finishing the opponent, and that's why it has a bad matchup against Tron and against control decks. Let's do this. There is a Soul Warden and a Sarah Girl. Can't pronounce the name. And I think I'm playing the Sarah Girl first, though I might lure removal with the Soul Warden. And this is why I hate Ghost Quarter, because Spectral Procession becomes so hard to play. City of Brass. That's interesting. For white. And an Aetherwild, so he will now not have any problems playing stuff. So I don't want to... People have told me that I play Skordonhawk too much, but I think he is so good. This might be a damage from Pauper. But I'm getting my squawks. And perhaps I'm going for Honor now to actually start doing some damage. Wow, this looks interesting. I don't know what he's doing. Slivers? Wow, I have such an easy time for that, I would expect. But against Slivers, it's definitely important to put damage through. So... Skordonhawk. And next turn is the Honor of the Pure turn then. Attack. I don't think Slivers can swarm this. Or it's all about doing damage to him now. But if he has Spinret Sliver, then it becomes harder. No, it doesn't become very hard. I have the Ranger, so I can get my Martyrs. Of course, having many Rangers means that I can cut the Martyr, can't I? I have to make some notes. So if I cut the Martyr and the Sovereign, what do I put in? I would really like to have Path in the sideboard. Okay, Virulent makes things more difficult, of course. But not by a lot. Flanking sucks ass. So I guess I'll take a poison counter. Whoa, Ranger. That's game, right? Do 2 damage now, and then next turn I will do 8, 11. Yes, it's game. So I swing with the flyers and prepare my 11 damage move next turn. With Mr. Ranger. And he's getting a martyr. Maybe 2. Martyr. Martyr. That's probably wrong. But it is somewhat on the safe side. We could now block with the Ranger. He does do 2 damage. So he could kill the Predatory Sliver. And that would set my opponent back a lot. But Martyr, Honor of the Pure is 11 damage. And exactly what I have mana for. Okay, now I only need to do 10 damage. My question is if I should play 4 Rangers, but I think I need 22 lands for that. Maybe 22 lands is the correct amount. Actually. So I do block the Sliver. Get flanked, but still kill it. Unless he has a trick. Which just seems silly. This is what I want to give to Slivers after all the time Slivers beat me in the Pauper Gauntlet. If you have been following that series, Slivers has been a really hard deck to handle for many Pauper decks. Another boss! Who are you? What? Okay. So you're flipping the Predatory Sliver. Interesting. Well, this is me casting the Martyr of Sands. I shall reveal my white cards. Yay! Combo heaven. Honor of the Pure. Okay. Slivers look vulnerable to stuff. Wow, this sideboard plan is detailed. We don't want a suppression field, we don't want to brave the elements. That's because we are just set to win against a game like this, a deck like this. Path to Exile for the Lords, very nice, but I don't think it's entirely necessary, and I don't want to sideboard out anything. Slivers was actually in the list, and I am saying no sideboarding on Slivers. I think bringing in Suppression Field and Stony Silence is unnecessary. What a horrible hand. Can I keep this? I'm keeping it. Because all I need is one Ranger, one Spectral Procession, etc. and it turns into a great hand. Only 16 lands left in the deck. Steam Winds, he has all the colors there is. Oh, he finds room for striking Slivers. That Pauper Slivers doesn't even fit in. So, well. Wait a minute, does he have basic lands? It must help to Ghost Quarter him here, right? So I should go Soul Warden, Ghost Quarter. For the Steam, well, no, for the Breeding Pool. Yes. Oh! Hmm. The poison counters are hard to deal with here. Always yes, always yield, yes. And next turn it's Ghost Quarter, Squadron Hawk. Maybe. Okay, Gale Rider Sliver is something that needs to be pathed. Maybe what I should do is to take out the suppressions field from the sideboard. I was so obsessed with them for a time, but Verlin Sliver, yes. Okay, now I'm gonna die quickly. But I should take out suppression field and put in 2 paths. And maybe even Dismember, which I played for a little while. But now I'm going to 7. And I can't cope with this, right? Maybe I should have started Ghost Quartering right away. Let's see for the next game if he actually has a basic land. Or do I actually have strip mines? Or is he tricking me into thinking that I have strip mines? I couldn't stop the attack there. Yeah, the suppressions field could probably go. What do I sideboard in them against? Death and Taxes. That's Stony Silence, right, instead. Pod, Stony Silence. Splinter Twin. It's pretty good against Splinter Twin, isn't it? Yeah, I'm making some sideboard changes after this. Cavern of Souls. Wow. Destroy it. I have to destroy it, right? I must destroy this thing. I wish I had a 1-drop. Arbiters and stuff are in my sideboard plan. I don't play them anymore. Wow, he's all dual lands. A little sliver. Tiny little sliver. Spectral Possession tokens are great at blocking. I can't really attack with the Primate now because I think I'm blocking here with the Primate, but that might be insane actually. Yeah, I can't do that. As he has the Vial. I need to draw a land in the next 2 turns. So I can resolve the Ranger. Nice. And now I can safely attack, right? Because if he plays a Sliver here, it will activate the Primates. Nice. Primate pretty good here. What the hell is Frenzy? I don't know what frenzy is, I have to Google it. Whenever this creature attacks and isn't blocked, it gets plus N. Okay. So many nice things to do. These guys are bigger than you, but I can't attack into a lot of trees here because I don't want to lose a pride mate at this point. Isn't that really bad? Oh, it cost only... What? Is he a 2/2 for 3 mana? Oh, okay, he's a 1/1 of course. Here comes something else. Siphon Slivers, they all have lifelink. It's really cute. Slivers really had a hard time keeping up with this. That's what Soul Sisters want to play against. People with no removal. He should be able to gain a ton of life though. But one Pride Mate will take out a whole gang of these guys. Do you really think you can attack here? Okay. Maybe you can. Okay, take out the lords. We'll make everybody smaller. Too smaller, in fact. So we can then block that guy, and take 6. 6, I don't know how I'm counting. I'm taking 10 here. And of course, if he casts another lord here, his 2/1/1 survive. And he gains a ton of life, but I don't think it will help him, as his lords are now dead. Well, that helps me. Of course, it does more damage than it helps. But Sinew Sliver is dead. 2 poison counters. Yeah, this is all good. Lifelink does not stack. Okay. So this guy gets me to 19 lives now. No, it gets me 9. That will go to 25. That's not good enough. So I'm gonna have to Ranger for what? For 2 Wardens, pretty much. That's right. 2 Soul Wardens. I'm definitely the control deck here, so his life gain doesn't matter a lot. I just want to kill the predatory sliver. And I am in no real danger here. And Martyr gets me to 32 here, actually. So let's do that first. 33 even. And Sergirl! Yeah, we are hiding behind this until next turn, when we will gain so much. Commencing beatdown with the flyers then, while the Pridemate holds the ground. Together with Mr. Ranger. Yeah. Flyers. Will this be the biggest Pridemate ever? Bigger and better than ever. It's an Animal Planet commercial that I can't get off my brain. Well, this is a big Pridemate, I tell you. He is now giganormous. No! Don't fly on me. But it doesn't really save you, does it? But it changes things a lot. Because if he can't attack, if he can't block, he will have to attack. And nobody does attack. Uh, so I can remove one of them. And I'm hoping that they attack in the air so I can then path to exile the Gale Rider, right? Or no, the Predatory Slivers, so they all become 1/1s. I can die against my tokens. Because I don't really want them to be on the ground, right? That doesn't matter anymore. They're not poisonous anymore either. And I'm using the Ranger to attack here. And then I will path Predatory Sliver. A Siphon Sliver, really? Well, if I lose the Pride Mate here, of course Sarah Girl is pretty good too. Okay, now fly. Removing flying is not an option. Brave the Elements wouldn't work here. Deluxikov told me to run 3 Brave Elements main deck, but I'm not that impressed by the card. Maybe I'm just stupid. 46-46, a Janis Pride Mate. Striking Sliver. $50-50. What's your chance of winning? I think it's 50-50. Here they come. Double. Virulent. Mr. Pridemate moves to 54-54. So many slivers to kill. What a weird game. He only has 10 minutes left. Another Sarah girl. So maybe now he'll block with 2 4/4s and I can kill 2 of them. And get rid of 5 slivers this turn. That being the Champ blocker, the 2 I exile, and the 2 that block the Sarah. Good to kill the Virulent Sliver. Frenzy Sliver is blocking. Everybody's blocking, right? But I will be able to kill 5 here. Yes. Because I'm going to... He was number 3, right? So I'm going to path him. I'm going to path the first strike dude. So then Sarah girl lives. And Mr. Pridemate goes to 59-59. And I have 89 life. This is starting to look somewhat tough for him. I think we might see a concede here. It's interesting to have a 6/6 flying lifelinker that is not even your most powerful creature. Flying lifelink. He has no tricks, so we can attack with all the flyers, all the Sarah girls. Do I really want to attack with the wardens? Yeah, I want to attack with everything. Yeehaw! Don't tap the Mutavault. That's what I recommend. Oh, he misclicked it again. Anyway, I think he didn't have a chance there. Thank you for watching. Yeah, the sideboard changes then. Let's do them as we speak. So we do have a pretty good matchup against Splinter Twin. I don't know, is there anywhere else we need the suppression fields? Maybe an Arbiter. I really have to work more on this sideboard plan. I think we can cut the Pride Mate. And it's tempting to put a plane into the deck. What do you think? Main deck Braid Element seems quite random. I'm trying to find the article and edit it. It's linked in the show notes. You can quit watching now if you find this uninteresting. -4 suppression field in sideboard, +2 path to exile, +2. What's the name of that land? Let's add the planes actually. Let's do it. So we are going to 15 planes here. Let's play the German way, where you have mana to cast your spells. So this is my main deck, and then we cut the suppression fields, putting 2 paths to exile. There. What else goes in the sideboard? I like the core Firewalkers when I play on Gathering, but that's because everybody plays Burn, and this deck can actually lose the Burn, as I've learned. What about the Arbiters? They do too little, right? Here are the sideboard candidates. Mind Sensor. Main deck Mind Sensor is a thing. Immortal Servitude against control, but don't I just counter it? What do I have against Affinity? I don't need anything against it. I have Stony Silence, of course. Oblivion Ring. Trishtan Scorn. Of course, I can't do anything about Hexproof, guys. Ruined Halo, Spellskite, Sundering Growth. Sundering Growth to get rid of Honor of the Pure in the mirror. What's the name of that other land that kills lands? I'm so stupid. That's something I should have in my sideboard, perhaps. Tectonic Edge. Could also be against land destruction if there ever was. But that's an anti-Tron card. I have to find a balance in this deck, but that's what I'm going for. And this is the deck I will enter the next practice match with. Thank you.